Welcome to the Chicken Report. Today's topic, we have Maino claiming that Taxstone, the man that has been found guilty in the court of law for manslaughter, for assault with a deadly weapon, for carrying a deadly weapon, he makes claims that Taxstone wasn't there looking for issues, wasn't there looking for problems, and that Troy Ave was the actual aggressor. Let's get into the audio. We have it here, so let's play it, and I will give you my thoughts.
The dressing room that I was occupying with me and Uncle Murder. We was performing that night, or we was set to perform that night. My only issue with that is that I just don't agree with the narrative that's been put out there as if Taxstone was there to try to look for a problem. Taxstone was actually there. That man was there chilling, right?
Now, let me stop right there. And I'm going to end it right there. Let me give you my thoughts. Mr. Maino, Mr. High Hater, Mr. Former podcaster and a collaborator with none other than Jim Jones. First of all, who goes to Times Square? Federal buildings, cameras everywhere. Who goes to Times Square with a loaded gun and proceeds to go to a party? But oh no, he was just there chilling. I'm just getting sick and tired of these fake, and I'm not calling Maino fake, but these fake alliances. Here we got Taxstone. No matter what nobody thinks, Taxstone snitched on Troy Ave. He snitched. You sent a letter claiming that Troy Ave was involved in violent crimes. And Troy Ave, he snitched on Taxstone. So they both snitched on each other. But here you have Brooklyn politics. Maino, holding Tax down, if you will, saying that he wasn't looking for issues. Clearly he was looking for issues. If you bring a loaded gun to Times Square, and in any of you that's watching this, if you're not from the New York tri-state area, nobody brings guns to Times Square. That's like that's just nonsense. Nobody brings guns to Times Square. Times Square is one of the biggest shopping centers. It's one of the biggest capitals of just everything is there. Everything. There's millions of dollars of advertisement dollars, millions of dollars of businesses being up there. The last thing that they want is guns up at Times Square. So everybody in New York knows bringing a gun to Times Square is pretty much, you're just asking to go to jail. But here you have Maino saying, oh, nah, it wasn't like that. Nah. Taxstone was just there to chill. How? That's hard to believe when a man brings a gun to Times Square and then he's also in a club in Times Square. Clearly he was, running away from some type of issue. Clearly he needed protection from some type of issue. Clearly he needed some type of protection. Or he was under some type of threat, some type of, action to cause. Let's be real, man. Stop with the picking and choosing. Stop with the hood politics. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of these so-called hood cats, these hood dudes, with the street politics. It's sickening. A snitch is a snitch. Taxstone snitched. Troy Ave snitched. Troy Ave took the stand. They both snitched on each other. So why are we playing the hood politics game? It's because, maybe because a couple of you guys, y'all don't like Troy Ave. You don't like the way he talks. You don't like the way he took the stand. You think he's arrogant. I understand. But the reality is, stop with the politics, man. Troy Ave, in reality, Troy Ave was there And he was at work. He was there to perform. He was there to, get his little performance check, hop on stage with T.I., do a couple songs. Taxstone was the one. Now, I'm not saying that Taxstone was the aggressor, but I mean, he practically was the aggressor online. Constantly antagonizing, constantly picking at Troy Ave, constantly calling him soft, constantly saying that, oh, if you even come up to me, threatening his life. Taxstone was the aggressor. Maybe not in the club that night, but online and everywhere else. And finally, Troy Ave sees the man and he presses him. And I believe I'm under the belief that Troy Ave wanted a fair fight. He just wanted a fair fight. Or, just, they wanted to put hands on him practically. No gun plays, none of that. Just fisticuffs, whether it be from his friend or whether it be from Troy Ave. Taxstone was the one that put people's lives in danger. I mean, he's a Brooklyn dude. Taxstone is a Brooklyn dude. You can't take a punch to the face. You can't get jumped in a club. You're that soft. You're that, willing to lose it. You're willing to lose it all just because your pride and your ego. Let's get into Taxstone's character that night. He put people's lives at risk just because he didn't want to get a knuckle sandwich to the face. But people don't want to talk about that part of the hood politics. Maino, a woman you were with, caught a slug in her leg. Just because Taxstone couldn't take a knuckle sandwich to the face. Do you think that's acceptable? As a man, that a woman caught a slug in her leg? Just because some dude talking tough on the internet couldn't take a punch to the face? I mean, the hood politics that go on, it's sickening. It's sickening, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it, man. No more hood politics. Both of these dudes snitched on each other, and it is what it is. Stop picking and choosing just because you like one dude over the other. They both snitched. They both ratted on each other. Taxstone pretty much was asking for it. He even went online and told people, if you run up, bang, 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 bang. But now we're supposed to feel sympathy for this man because he talked tough. He had everybody's name in his mouth. And then when Troy Ave runs down on him and he wants a man-to-man, hand-to-hand action, or maybe possibly getting jumped, Taxstone pulls out a gun. And somebody winds up losing their life, people injured, clubs shut down, loss of revenue, lives changed forever, families had to mourn because of one dude's ego. Maino, shame on you. Shame on you. And shame on all y'all corny rap dudes with the corny hood politics. The days of hood politics are over. Both of them ratted, both of them snitched on each other. And those are my thoughts. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. This is the Check-In Report. Thank you for joining me. Toodles.